Most guys have a problem with how to approach a girl for the first time. There are a lot of questions that run through a guy's mind when wanting to approach a girl he has spotted at an event or met at a particular moment. No one has the experience to approach a girl at once without any anxiety and unease feeling. Most of the time, many get surprised at those easy-talking guys gifted with excellent conversation skills. The ones that walk calmly towards the girl, open with a perfect zipped-open conversation starter. After this video, you are going to get that girl smiling and might even walk off with either her phone number or her curiosity. 1. Mind your hygiene. Talking to a girl means that you stand near her personal space, making her sense more than just the words coming out of your mouth when you talk. Make the surrounding you find yourselves pleasant by making sure you brushed or had chewed gum or mints, and making sure you've showered or bathed before your day started. Ladies are very sensitive to smell. It can even prolong your talk if you smell good. 2. Pay attention to the way you dress. Be smart and presentable like sales personnel. If you sell yourself, at least consider your goods, making sure they are in good packaging. This doesn't mean you should dress like a dandy or buy expensive clothes to talk to a girl. Just dress appropriately and comfortably, in a way that you don't look like you just came out of bed, or you are unprepared for her. 3. The walk towards her. How you will walk towards her is important as well. If you approach her in a way that she sees you first, she guesses that you want to start a conversation and then prepares for it. Any other kind will be invasive and cause alarm that ruins your chances. So appear at an angle she can spot you coming. This is one of the common tips on how to approach a girl for the first time. 4. Approach her in her eye direction. You know how guys are. They stare or hesitate at first before taking the first step. Do this as long as she can see you as you go near her. Sneaking up on her or cornering her is something that ladies think stalkers do. Avoid this type of approach. Go in her eye direction. 5. Body language. Body language can make or break the conversation. If proper body language is used, it will effectively prolong the conversation. Also, do not give a huge gap between you and her. If you're quite poor with body language, get a great posture. 6. Smile. Always have it at the back of your mind. A smile disarms the most hostile of situations. Smiling makes people feel less troubled, and it smoothens the general mood of people during conversations. It tells the individual that you are friendly and that you mean no harm. It makes your appearance more pleasing and acceptable. 7. Make eye contact. Eye contact is a sign of respect, confidence, and sincerity. Always look her in the eyes when talking to her, as it will be interpreted as a sign that you hold your own in a conversation. This also helps keep your eyes from looking at other parts of her body. It sends that signal that you cherish her and the conversation very much. 8. Use hand gestures. Using hand gestures helps you appear more confident and comfortable as you communicate. Right-handed gestures emphasize a point, add clarity and style to your sentences, and create an atmosphere of calm and self-assurance, which every individual loves. 9. Mind her personal space. The way we occupy another person's personal space is often an overlooked aspect of starting conversations. Talking too much or too little can be very key to one's success, as girls are considered sensitive when it comes to people occupying their personal space at some moments. Since you talk to her for the first time and are considered a stranger, put yourself at a comfortable distance, about a couple of feet away from her. This way, you use your normal speaking voice at a comfortable volume while still being able to see the person's facial expression and behavior. 10. Use the right voice volume. Speak too loud, and you give her the impression that you are either a bit deaf, too chatty, or totally immoral. Speak too softly, and you give off a weak and unmanly signal to her. Practice speaking in a well-modulated conversational tone that sounds inviting for a long, satisfying chat. 11. Language. When it comes to knowing how to talk to a girl for the first time as you are aiming for a conversation, your use of language will be the most important aspect of the whole action. Keeping your language neutral, friendly, and confident is the best way to good results. Be a little funny. 12. Use proper, polite language. This is the best type to go to when you're trying to figure out how to talk to a girl for the first time. Why? Because it prompts them to respond similarly. Being too friendly to an unfamiliar person or using overly familiar language makes your conversation awkward and short. Also, some ladies do pay attention to a guy's manners, and you wouldn't want to make a bad impression. 13. Genuinely compliment her. You also add a delightful flair to your conversation by genuinely complimenting her on obviously noticeable aspects. Start with compliments towards her hair, makeup, dress, or personal appearance. We all know that girls appreciate a compliment for their effort in making themselves look good, so this way, she'll be more interested in the things you should say. 14. Conversation starters. Ask her a question. Ask her for directions. Ask her where she bought those discount donuts. Ask her about the book she's reading or the music she's listening to. Asking a question is a foolproof way of starting a conversation. Not only does it merit a quick response, you have a quick topic to talk about, but a resounding way to start. 15. Add humor to the conversation. By making her laugh, you already endeared yourself to her. Girls love men with a good sense of humor or more than physically good-looking guys. If you're quite the comic, put your skills to good use. If you can make a good joke about the current situation, go ahead. Just avoid dirty jokes, since that's not quite appropriate for two people who have just met. 16. Close the conversation fashionably. Just like how guests are not advised to overstay their welcome, the first conversation requires you to be sensitive about the moment when you are required to leave. If the conversation begins to get marked by longer moments of silence, you should consider making a graceful exit, because who knows, maybe she's had enough. Leaving the conversation at a point where she's most interested is a good way to leave room for future conversations, making wanting to continue. How do you start a conversation with a girl for the first time? To start a conversation with a girl for the first time, begin with a friendly greeting and possibly a sincere compliment or observation. Ask open-ended questions, show active listening, and share about yourself to create a balanced interaction. Use light humor if appropriate, find common interests, and respect personal boundaries. Stay confident, genuine, and respectful while expressing your intentions for further interaction if the conversation goes well.